Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by that prize guy.
We're going to dive into a bit more about what this means for Jai, what's coming up next on Beyond the Bell. But Billy Dibb, Rob Shive, what a performance once again from Jai Opetaia. And as Ben Damon said in commentary, it was only a matter of time.
Yeah, he's incredible, mate. He's flawless. He's phenomenal to watch, and he just does everything correctly.
Yeah, valiant effort by Claudio Squeo, you know, but Jai didn't really get out of second gear. But those fights scare me, because if something does go wrong, you know, then it's a titanic walk back. But Jai getting the job done. He'd be a little bit frustrated with, you know, the opponent, and he really wants that Zurdo fight, but he did what he had to do.
Yeah, will he get that Zurdo fight? We're going to talk about it next here on DAZN. That's coming up next on Beyond the Bell. So do stay with us. Plenty more to come right after this short break.
Daniel Dubois had a big opportunity.
The chance to rock the world.
Alexander Usyk, he's a master.
He has the heart bigger than this room.
It was the feints that really seemed to unsettle Daniel Dubois.
Then,
Against all the odds, it happened.
Time froze. We're waiting. Wow, he's done it. He's done it.
I shouted out to Daniel, wow, you've done it, you've won.
Our surprise, there was no count.
Моя думка, що рефері зробив все правильно.
the fans, they divided into two camps.
Was it low? Was it borderline?
I thought that punch was a punch from the gods.
He landed it right on the line.
I have the view that the shot was okay.
Muhammad Ali always talked about a quarter of an inch.
The guards are that big, so very, very close.
I see that's a legal shot.
It was a real low blow.
You know it was a legal blow.
Frank.
What the referee did next was outrageous.
The seconds are ticking by. Suddenly, the minutes are ticking by.
He said, no, take some more time.
There were 3 minutes and 45 seconds of Alexander Usyk recovery.
Usyk came back, dropped him in the 8th round and stopped him in the 9th.
Up until now, there's still a question mark.
Usyk has shown that he is the man.
Usyk's beaten Joshua twice. He's beaten Fury twice. He's the closest that I've watched and thought, you've mastered boxing.
He's the defining champion of the era.
This version of Daniel Dubois,
Beating Jarrell Miller, beating Filip Hrgovic. Then to go to Wembley Stadium.
Daniel goes in as the underdog.
He was like a man possessed.
I knew he was going to win that fight.
Anthony Joshua eviscerated him.
Thinking the story, that's how I fight.
This is the guy ready to take the throne.
2 semi-finals. You had Usyk fighting Fury, you had Dubois fighting AJ. This is like the final.
This rematch against Usyk is completely different.
Taking place
At Wembley Stadium, 90+ thousand people.
all the belts on the line.
in front of a global audience, live on DAZN.
Now we have a chance to see who is the best.
It's going to be something special.
Do not blink.
Well, what a night we've had here on the Gold Coast, topped off by a statement win from hometown hero Jai Opetaia, the cruiserweight king, delivering a brutal 5th round knockdown of Italian Claudio Squeo to retain his IBF and Ring Magazine world titles. And congratulations to all of our winners. We are going to chat about what's next for Jai Opetaia very shortly here on Beyond the Bell. But Billy Dibb, Rob Shive, let's run through these highlights one final time. And you got the sense early that Jai wanted this fight done as quick as possible, but Squeo was tough and did what it last until the 5th round.
Yeah, it was extremely tough. He held his own, but Jai just picked him to pieces. And I feel that I was robbed of my... I said he was going to get him out in the 4th round, and I thought he did with that body shot, but, Square said that it was a low blow. Somehow the referee didn't see it, and so we're going to round 5, but they got the job done.
Oh, look, it was a lot higher than Usyk and Dubois' low blow. But, valiant effort, like I said, about Claudio Squeo. And Jai, like he said, he rushed it. That's why it went too long. You know, when you want it too bad, when you force things, that's when it can be a little bit longer and a little bit, a little bit more difficult to get rid of an opponent 9 kilos lighter.
Yeah, definitely need to just take your time. And, I feel like Jai, he was rushing a little bit, but he did what he had to do, and he got him out of there in good fashion, I would say.
What about Squeo? Threw a few good shots there. He was pretty tough for a little guy, wasn't he?
He definitely landed a few overhand rights, and I said to Rob, Rob, this is a bit scary because, if he was a better puncher, would that have affected Jai? You don't know, but obviously we know that Jai's got a great chin, and, he couldn't even, the gentleman that broke his jaw couldn't even, here we go, look at these. Yeah. Wow, look at that. What a shot.
Great shot, and you can see he held his jaw straight away, went down. He knew that there was nothing left in him or in this fight. He'd done enough. He'd come to Australia, he took on the Goliath, and he fought valiantly.
And Jai said to the referee, as you saw, he told him, he goes, oh, I broke his jaw, It's not like, what a gentleman walks over right over to him. Amazing.
Yeah, ironic to think this is where Jai broke his own jaw when he became a world champion those few years back.
Yeah, Myra sprayed us in the 2nd and in the 9th round, and Jai showing his heart there. But everyone talks about how intense Jai is. Jai's also very humble, and he's very respectful. He's respectful in his call-outs, and he's respectful to his opponents.
Definitely. Very much so.
Sitting back now in his change room, how will he reflect on this performance tonight, do you think?
I mean, he's going to be very happy with the win, as you are. When you retain your world championship, it's a great feeling, and I know that he's going to be looking forward to the next big fight and getting over there overseas. He's going to be itching as of tomorrow to get on that plane, go see Zurdo Ramirez and get him, come on, mate, let's get this done.
Absolutely will be. He'll be celebrating that he's out of camp, because it's not just Taps that pushes him. Jai pushes himself very hard. He'll also be very happy that he can now give back to his family and spend time with his family.
For sure.
That's Jai's happy place.
All right, well, let's go ringside now with Ben Damon and Ted Kofi, who called the fight a few moments ago. Gents, where to from here for Jai Opetaia?
Yeah, job done here on the Gold Coast, that is for sure, Megan. Jai Opetaia did exactly as we expected and exactly as he wanted to do. After everything you've heard, though, Ted, how confident are you that the next fight is that unification bout against Zurdo Ramirez?
Yeah, very confident, Ben. It's the right move to make right now, and he's going to go out there and politely call him out on that big show over in the US in a couple of weeks' time. It's going to be a great move for Jai Opetaia. If he can get the unifications, it's going to be the right step in the right direction.
Well, getting the fight is one thing, and that is obviously the next part of the process. But what happens in that fight? If Jai Opetaia, that we saw in action tonight, takes on Zurdo Ramirez, should he get through his next fight, obviously against Jai Opetaia, what happens in that fight?
Well, Jai Opetaia is like a level soldier. He looked at Squeo today and he worked at his level. I thought he took his time in the first round. Maybe he was trying to land a couple of big shots, but he wasn't overly aggressive and overly trying to get him out of there in one round. But and so I think when he fights Zurdo Ramirez, who's a serious contender and is very good and quite strong and has 2 of the belts, he's got a big battle on his hands. But Jai showed his heart with having his jaw broken and still winning the title. So I've got to back Jai Opetaia all the way.
Okay, thanks so much, Ted Kofi, for all your work here tonight. A job well done for Jai Opetaia, Megan.
As well to you, Ben Damon. We can't wait to see what is next for Jai Opetaia. What do you think, gents? The next time we see him in the ring, will it be against Gilberto Ramirez?
I think you will see him against Gilberto Ramirez. It won't be an easy fight because you've got 2 southpaws. It's very contrasting when you've got 2 southpaws in the ring. It's going to be a chess match, and Zurdo Ramirez can also punch. So, Jai's going to have to really take his time. He's not going to be able to get him out of there in 1 or 2 rounds. It's going to be a long slog in that fight, But I believe that Jai's got the skill set to definitely upset the apple cart.
It's going to be such an interesting fight. 2 southpaws. How are you going to find sparring partners? How do you prepare for this? It's going to be quite the interesting fight.
All right, we're going to sit back and wait to see what eventuates there. But coming up next weekend in New York City, Aussie fans, get ready. George Kambosos Jr., he's got that world title showdown against Richardson Hitchens at the venue where he beat Lopez back in 2021. So that's going to be a fantastic event. You'll see it, of course, live on DAZN. But that's where we're going to leave you now here on the Gold Coast. Gentlemen, thank you tonight to Billy Dibb, Rob Scheif. Well done to the both of you and to all of our winners, particularly Jai Opetaia. What a performance from him, and we'll see you very soon.
That's it.